All right. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Feel Alive call. It is Thursday. Take it to the next level. Thursday, Transformation Thursday, whatever you want to call it, but let's just make it an amazing day. Now, we have a very, very special guest. I cannot wait to introduce her. But you guys know what time it is. You know how we kick off every single Feel Alive call. So if you got your shot, go ahead and take it out. We're going to take our shot. Angela, we got a new tradition. We're going to let you make the toast as we get ready to take our shot. So just unmute yourself and let's do a toast before we all take our shot this morning.
All right. Well, guys, here's to surplus and overflow in 2024.
Woo! Absolutely. Wait, we need our theme music, right? I'm ready to shot.
Everybody is
that is so good. I just got to tell you, I'm jealous of some of you all because everybody's showing their ABC box and I am still waiting. I don't know about you, Tamara. Have you got yours in Georgia yet? You got yours. Oh my God. I'm waiting. I don't know what's going on with my box.
I'm still waiting, Lisa, so don't feel bad.
You're right there in Houston. Okay.
Right. So,
well, we're all waiting. Some of you have already got it, but here's to our new ABC drink this month. But we have a very, very special guest on the line. I just love listening to this amazing woman and this incredible leader in our company. She's got years of experience, and every time she talks, you can hear it and you know it. And she has just been right there in Houston, Texas, leading the charge and really pioneering and exploding that market, along with Florida and Jamaica and so many other places that Atlanta, that her team is growing in. So we're so blessed to have her speak with us this morning and give us a little inspiration on this Thursday morning. So without further ado, please drop some fire in the chat for none other than the midwife, the incredible Angela Cruickshank. How are you, Angela?
I am amazing, Lisa. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Awesome. Well, first of all, everybody, let's drop some 777s in the chat for Miss Lisa Nicole Cloud. Oh, look, it says Tracy. That ain't me, but that's my picture, but that ain't my name.
Oh, sorry. Your picture.
That's okay.
Sorry, I
That's
didn't
okay.
That part.
But let's drop some 777s in the chat because Lisa, what you're doing here is just absolutely one of the things that I'm so grateful and thankful to be in business with you for, is that you have a servant leader's heart. And we know in this industry, it's very seldom that you find folks that is willing to pour in and out, day in, day out, into other people's teams. It's easy for you to do it for your team, but when you put something together where everyone benefits from it, that's how you know that this person is part of the vision and it's not just about themselves. So anytime I get to meet someone, and this run for me is personal, because for me, David is a brother. He is family. And so, anyone that's in that vein with us, listen, they got my heart as well. So thank you so much for doing this each day, day in, day out. And guys, let's make sure that we keep it going. One of the things I want to talk about this morning is really about not getting weary in well-doing. Yes, we are coming down to the holidays. And what typically happens when we come into the holidays is people start relaxing. People start pulling back. People start saying, well, we're already at the end of the year, and so we'll just wait till next year. And even with calls like this that we know so much value is being given, our Sunday calls are 2 days of 2-day our weekly calls. Nikki and I are doing a FL2 cash for Christmas call. So there's so much still going on, but a lot of folks will say, we'll just wait, right? Because they get weary. They get weary in well doing. And we've got to take a stance of where going into 2024, we slay some demons, right? And I believe that demon of stop, go, that demon of procrastination is one that has stopped us from getting to our destiny. I even wore my Demon Slayer shirt today because I was like, we're going to finish this year strong. I've made a commitment when I saw our CVO of this company. And I know we have guests on this call, and they're probably like, well, who's this person? What's this about? When I saw that here we are, this gentleman who's already, his life is set, his children are set, that he's going harder in the month of December when everybody's kind of relaxing and sitting back and scaling back. I said, well, no, my husband and I said, this is where we turn it up. This is where we get even more active than we've ever been active, because there's something about when you're moving in anything, when you're just doing something that you feel there's a feeling, and I can't explain it, but you know it when you're doing it, right? And so you want to be able to put yourself in a position as we finish out 2024 that you don't get weary, that you don't stop, that you connect to people who are still on fire, that you connect to people who still got goals, who got a pathway, who has a vision for what it is that they want for their family. I did a call on Monday and I was talking to my team and I said, we are in a position because of what we have our hands on where we need to start claiming territories. And the only way we're going to claim territories is we got to know some things. And I want to just kind of touch on that. It was a much longer train, but I just want to really give you some nuances. I broke that acronym down on what that looks for. When I say claim territory, for a lot of us, it's in many different areas of our life. Yes, we want to claim territory in this particular opportunity that we have, but part of it is also claiming territory in your life. Don't get weary. Don't just stop and sit back and say, well, it is what it is. No, you have the authority to claim and get what it is you want. The first thing you got to do is speak that thing, right? We look at that acronym of claim it. The first C is really about you being a champion. Well, what does that mean? All of us on here is part of this journey. We know what a champion is. It's 5,000 in volume. If you're saying that this is a business for you and you can't generate 5,000 in volume for a business, maybe you're not ready for business. I'm a traditional business owner, and I'll tell you this: if I did $5,000 in volume in 1 month, I would probably be out of business because there really wouldn't be any revenue, any profits from that. Truth be told, by the time I paid overhead for the shop, light, electricity, insurance, internet, there's no money left for 5,000. And here with that, you're probably walking away with, some decent money. So the mindset of being someone who says, I want it, I want to claim that, I'm going to go diamond, I'm going to be a 6-figure earner, I'm going to be a 7-figure earner. You got to go champion. The L is you got to learn something. What are you an expert at? If we were to call on you today and say, listen, we got somebody, they want to know about this particular product, the FL2, or they want to know how to use the spray. Can we call on you? Or are you just sitting on the sidelines saying, well, I don't know? And even in whatever you do, are you an expert in someone? Can someone look to you when they're looking for advice and say, let me call Deborah, because I know Deborah has the secret sauce in how to get our wealth back, or our health back, or a happy marriage. What is it that you know about this company that you are become a student of? The A is add value. You got to add value. Are you adding value? Being on this call is adding value, because those of us that are speaking now, you guys may not see the numbers, but those of us that are speaking, when we see all these folks show up, we're like, yeah, we're excited because we realize that, what? They're showing up to support us. They may not be speaking, but they're showing up to support us. So are you adding value? Are you in the chat celebrating people? That's adding value. John Maxwell talks about that. He said, you've got to be a person of value. See, you've got to be a person that when people leave you, they feel better than when they came there. Right? You got to be a person that's adding value. You got to be also a person, the I is for identifying who you're going to help. Who are you going to help as we finish out 2023? See, we're so focused on ourselves that we forget that there's still people that want to be helped. If you figure out that there's somebody that they need some cash for Christmas and you got the secret sauce in your hand to show them how to make some money, guys, the focus is no longer on you, but it's on who can I help so that they can have a great Christmas. Yeah, my family's going to be good. Yeah, we're going to have the lavish dinner and we got the house decorated. But do you know there's some families out here that they don't have anything? Do you know there's some people out here that their children are going to wake up disappointed on Christmas morning? And we all have an opportunity to help them. So who are you going to help? Because you can't claim it if you don't have these things in order to know that it's bigger than just you, right? So the M in claim is mentor. Who are you listening to? I know Tracy did a call last night about who has your ear. Let me tell you something. This is probably one of your biggest arsenal in your tool tank, because a lot of times we talk to ourselves more than we even know. And we're telling ourselves, girl, you could wait. It's not a big deal. Nobody else is doing it. It's not happening. And you'll talk to your mentor, and let me say this, a mentor is very different from a coach. See, a coach can give you the play. Coach will give you the play, but the mentor is the person that says, you know what, that play is not going to work because of your personal life, because that's going on with your family, because that's going on with your business, because that's going on with your attitude. The mentor knows the intricacies of your life so that he can see if that play can work for you in this season or this time. The coach is going to say, hey, this is what it is. 20 on the left, 20 on the right. Do this, do that. But he doesn't realize that mentally, or she doesn't realize that mentally, you're not at a place where you can do that right now. The mentor will say to you, you need to take, 2 days off. You need to go into a fast. Me and some of the leaders on my team, we just did a 3-day water fast. And I said, it's not mandatory, but I felt something. And the ones that did, guess what? Some of the testimonies that's coming back is just powerful, right? So the mentor, who is your mentor? Who has your ear? Who's the person that you have been vulnerable with, that they can tell you the truth in love? And some of us as adults, I'll be the first to say, sometimes it doesn't feel good. I've had some of these conversations with Mr. Maniti, and I walk away feeling like, who does he think he is? But the truth of the matter is, it was the thing that I needed to help me to become a better person, right? So who's that mentor? And then the it part, we're looking at the it, because you just claimed it. The I is invest in yourself, guys. You got to invest in yourself. Being on these calls is investing in yourself. Showing up to the events is investing in yourself. I heard Mr. Minete say on our call on Sunday, if you don't have a ticket to go to Atlanta, you don't need to be doing this business. Now, that's a bold statement, but you know what? He's telling you the truth. Because I know personally anyone and I can tell you over the years, and Lisa, I'm sure you can attest to this as well, people who don't show up for major events, guess what happens? They're not here in 6 months. Because the major event is an investment in yourself, not in your team, in yourself. It is the plug. If you think about a circuit breaker, how many of you remember those? I think we still use them here. Me and my husband, those circuit breakers where they have 4 or 5 different plugs. But there's this one plug that connects into the wall, right? You can be putting 5 different outlets on that. But that one plug that plugs into the wall, if that plug that's plugged into the wall is not getting the energy, not getting the juice, guess what? All 5 of those plugs don't work. You are the circuit breaker. So when you go to the events, that's plugging into the wall. So when you come back and they plug into you, you're ready to run again. You're ready to be fired up. Because when you're depleted, there's nothing you can pour back out to the people around you. So you got to invest in yourself. The event is for you. It's for you to get there and see that mom walk across the stage and you say, you know what? I didn't think I could do it, but she's a mom of 4 and she's actually doing it. She's a mom of 9. She's a single mother. Her husband left her for dead and she's still doing this. That is what the event is going to do for you. So you got to become a person that says, I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to drink this Alive juice. We just did the shots. How many of you could say I bought the shots and you could take a shot every single day? Or are you saying, well, I'm not going to buy the shot because they can't see me taking a shot? You didn't invest in yourself. And then you're wondering why you don't feel good. You're wondering why you don't feel alive. There's something about when you open up the refrigerator and you see the word alive, your spirit says leap. It says jump. It says there's a reason for me to live. Some of us are existing, but we're not alive. That's why we're already giving up. We can't go through the pressure. We're still here thinking, okay, it's going to be better next year. Let me tell you something. Change is not change until you change. So you're going to have to do some things different. You're going to have to invest in yourself. You're going to have to take inventory of where you are right now and say, what is it that I need to do so that I can be better for 2024? Don't compete with anyone else. Compete with who you were yesterday. Invest in yourself. And the T is you got to take territory. You got to take territory. You got to take inventory and you got to take territory. Where are you? Some of you are in Atlanta. I know Lisa's in Atlanta. As a matter of fact, I see two people on here in Atlanta that I know. Sonia Atchison, Tamara Minto. That's your territory. The event, the major event, people are flying in from all around the world. There's no reason if some event is in your market that you shouldn't have 100 to 200, 300 people there, because that's your territory. Like when it was in Houston, we were here hitting the pavements, getting people to get to Houston, because I'm like, they don't have to pay airfare. They don't have to, they don't have to get food. They can go back home and change. It's my territory. And you are in a state where I guarantee you there's nobody doing what you're doing. It's your territory. You got to claim it. You got to go out and say, I'm taking this territory. Yesterday, I shared something with Mr. Maniti, and I put it in our Houston chat group where it was showing that the state of Houston, if we took ourselves off the United States grid, we would actually be considered the ninth biggest country in the world, bigger than Australia. What was the other one? It was like two other ones. Our mass of land would put us at the 39th largest country in the world. We can literally build a global operation sitting right here in Texas. I don't need to look for people, and great, they could be in Nigeria, or they could be in London, or they could be in Jamaica. But I guarantee you there's somebody in Texas that knows somebody in Nigeria, that knows somebody in London, that knows somebody in Kazakhstan, that knows somebody in Europe, in Jamaica. Because I made a decision, I'm taking territory. I'm claiming it for myself. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm claiming that 2024 is the year of surplus and overflow. And it's because I made a decision to take territory. So it is expansion for 2024. There is no excuse, guys. We got so many resources in our toolbox to build this wealth. Anytime you're going to build something, it's going to take some tools that you're going to need. My family, we're in construction. When we're going to build a house, the first thing that's most important is the foundation. Once you get the foundation right, I don't care what the house looks like on the blueprint. You can go as big and as wide as you want. So we got the foundational things in place here with this company. So if you're a guest on this call, you might be thinking it's about the juice. No, it's about you. It's about you living your best life. It's about you being connected to people that's on fire. If you are a matchstick and you put a matchstick up to a box, let me tell you something, every match in the box is going to catch on fire. That's where you are. So let's go take territory. Let's go finish out 2024, 2023 strong. See, I'm already in 2024. Let's finish it out strong. Let's go slay some demons. Let's slay those demons in your life that's trying to stop you, trying to take you down. Let's go to the next level. Lisa, I'll turn it back over to you.
Oh my gosh, I'm fired up. Wow. Everybody drop some sevens and some fire in the chat. We are definitely ready to slay those demons, that demon of procrastination. I love it. That demon of stop and go. Powerful. I know everybody got some amazing, amazing nuggets from that information that was just shared. And it was so, so true. So we have some testimonials. It's that time this morning where we're going to be giving some testimonials and hearing about how some of our amazing products are really, really helping people feel alive and transform. And so the first person we're going to hear from is none other than my sister right here in Atlanta, Georgia, Miss Tamara Minto. Tamara, you there?
I am here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you. Good morning.
Good morning. Wow. Listen, I don't if you're on this call and you're not fired up, I don't know what's in your cup. Oh my gosh, but listen, this has been phenomenal. Again, definitely giving it back to you, Lisa, for being so consistent with these calls. I'm telling you, it's just been incredible. And then to hear Angela talk about the plug. Listen, this is something that if you wake up and you're not feeling alive, you have to plug in. And I'm so grateful to be able to plug in and have the opportunity to plug into calls like this on every single day. But just really quickly on my testimony, the products are absolutely phenomenal, and that's on the product and the services side. You know, one of my favorites initially was the dreaming spray, right? And this was before I had even realized I had issues with sleeping. I thought, I'm a night owl, I stay up. That's normal. No, it's absolutely not normal. You have to be able to get some good sleep. But definitely the live, we took the shot. I am not going to let y'all leave me behind. Y'all dropping weight. And I'm like, y'all not leaving me. I naturally never really have an issue working out, but recently, and I'm going to talk about this spray that I didn't even realize the effect of it until life happened. I got in a car accident in June of 2023, major car accident, me and my son, and it absolutely shook me up, and I didn't realize how much until it was literally the next day when my mom said, hey, you'll probably get a rental car. They'll probably pay for your rental car. And I immediately said, I'm not ready to drive. And at that moment, I recognized it was a spirit of fear that took over me. And I actually got overwhelmed with so much anxiety. At the moment, I said, no, I got to get back in the car. By day 2, I'm like, I told my daughter, hey, we got to go get my son. And I said, you know what, I'll go do it. And she looked at my face and was just like, are you sure? But I didn't realize at that moment that type of feeling of anxiety that can really take over someone. It can really stunt a lot. And, I remember calling Angela, and I was just, because I never really said, damn, I'm actually afraid to get in the car. And I was just like, yo, I'm actually afraid to get back in the car and drive. And I didn't realize I had already an order shipped to my house with Calm just 2 days prior. And, we talked for a little bit. And this is the thing. Angela talked about plugging in. You have to know who to plug into, because at that moment, the spirit was like, you know exactly who to call. And for her to share the right words, you already know we don't walk in fear. And, just to understand what words you needed to hear. And she said, you have permission to take 12 pumps of Calm. So no, seriously, long story short, got in the car and I said, you know what, let me take this. And I'm telling you, the type of ease, it was such an ease or a calm. And, as I continue to share it, I had one young lady that was at my home and she was like, oh, it has ashwagandha in it. And I didn't know what that was. I started to look it up. She was like, I take this because she suffers from anxiety. And I was just like, wow. So you don't really know what you have in your hand until you start talking about it, until you start taking it, honestly, and really recognize the effects of it. So I wanted to share that on that calm, when you really don't even realize every day, especially as a mother, especially as a parent. Now, when I do homework with my 6-year-olds, I'm literally like, okay, where's my spray?
Because yeah, that's awesome, Tamara. Awesome, awesome.
So, thank you so much for allowing me to share.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's
the
amazing.
other person we have is Nikki Sutherland. Lisa, I know she's there, but she can't get put her camera on, but if you can pull her up.
I think I did. She should be
Okay.
good. There we go. Nikki, you there? There she is. I see her. There you go. Hello, Nikki. Can you turn your camera on? Are you able to?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much. Hi, ladies. It's amazing to be on here with you both. Just to echo what Tamara said about your servant leadership. Doing these calls every day. It's really motivational and inspiring to be on here. And so, thank you, Lisa, for everything that you're doing. It's just amazing. And Mrs. Angela, you already know. I'm just so grateful to have you in my life. And the reason why I highlight this is because I remember a time where I didn't have a friendship circle. I didn't have anybody speaking positive in my life. I didn't, like, some people may take calls like this for granted, that we can jump on a call every day for half an hour and just hear positivity. But unless you go through a season where all you hear is negativity, you're down. I remember when you know, I went through something really personal. My ex had left me. I had one child. I was pregnant. And, you know, I was literally depressed. I didn't even want to draw the curtains. I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to eat. I was just depressed. One child, one on the way, broken, and just best friends that I thought would be there for me didn't even check in, knew the situation, and just assumed, you know, Nikki, you're always strong, you'll be fine, and just left me. And the moments of silence, it allows you to appreciate circles like this. Times where I felt isolated. All I could depend on was just the word of God to keep me going every single day. So when I really say, like, I appreciate you ladies so much, like just the conversations that we have on these calls and behind the scenes, myself, Mrs. Angela, just all the leadership, just the circle alone it saves lives. We're talking about a life here, but I know how bad it can be when you feel alone, just to have this circle. And my testimony is, you know, similar to Tamara in regards to dreaming. You know, there were times where I couldn't sleep. And, you know, that was the first product that I really, you know, really started to take. And I was like, I need to get sleep. Staying up all night isn't normal, you know, and being awake and telling yourself, you know, I'm grinding, I'm working, but really and truly, you just can't, you cannot get to sleep. And, you know, dreaming, I took it the first night I took it. I was like, oh, is it working? Let me just keep doing it. And then I started to take, you know, the 6 to 8 shots a night. And by night 3, I was sleeping like a baby. My husband was even looking at me like, what, this thing is working, because he knows he's used to me tossing, turning, getting up, going downstairs, getting drink, coming back, scrolling on the phone. And then you know, been using when the Alive juice came out, and definitely with the weight loss and stuff, I'm getting back on it again, because my husband's a chef, so eating is a big deal in our house. And there's times where I have not taken the Crave and the Alive on purpose because I want to eat. And I'm like, no, Nikki, you need to get back on it. So I'm getting back on it. But my favorite product now, you know, so many to choose from, is of course the financial literacy too. And that is very simply because when I was single and I had, you know, my back against the wall, money was tight. And Mrs. Angela, you mentioned about Christmas time, and you know, for us now, it's a season of celebration. You know, we get the decorations up. I saw you in the store, like you look like you could sell decorations. How your house? I see she got about 5 Christmas trees in the house, and you know, it's so nice. And we spend time with family, and we really put ourselves in a place of gratitude in this time. But I remember a time where Christmas didn't look like that for me. You know, me and my son, you know, he had no presence. And I remember just feeling like, I never want this situation to come again where I can't buy my son a present under the tree so we can, you know, I can show him that he's special as well. When he goes to school, he doesn't have to hear all the children at school saying all the presents they got, and he is the one to say he didn't get anything. And I think as parents, we always want the best for our children. And so when I saw financial literacy too, and I saw people making hundreds of thousands in this Forex market. And I had no idea what the market was, but I said, I have to learn this because it means that I can get freedom for my family. And so, you know, I started to learn that skill. I started to listen, again, that word mentorship, listen to other people that were already winning. I saw people like that had no banking background like I did, but they were killing it in the markets. And I heard a
Wow.
testimony of a lady that said, you know, she made $1 million in 7 months, and she started with $1,000. And I
Yeah.
was watching, this woman was a single mom of 3. She was actually somebody that, you know, she didn't work. She didn't have any specific skill sets that you would think would be required to do this. And I said, no, if she can do it, I can do it. And I started to learn the skill set. You know, the app that we have is phenomenal. And, you know, 7 months of learning this skill, we were able to upgrade the house, you know, upgrade the car, children in private schools. And now my children, you know, have the Christmases that I've always prayed for. And it's not about the presents.
Wow.
It's just the fact to say, you know what, this stuff is possible. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful
Wow,
for all the
wow.
products that we have here. And it is about blessing other people now. I am an advocate. I'm gonna stop talking now, but as you can hear, I can talk about this forever and ever and ever because it really
Oh,
has
we
saved my
know,
life.
Nikki. We know. You could go on for hours.
Well,
Thank you, ladies. Thank
I'm
you.
locking arms with you, Nikki. I called her the other day. I was like, look, I'm new to this trading thing. I can sell products all day. I can teach people how to build a direct sales business, but I am so eager to learn this trading space. And so I know you guys have it down, and it's so powerful, like you said, to have a circle where everybody wants everybody to win. So
And
thank
Lisa, can I just say this really quickly?
yes.
Because, a lot of times we're given the testimonies of the products and the services, but Nikki gave a testimony, if you guys caught it in the beginning, about the sisterhood and the family of individuals, how we operate as a family here, because so many times people are a part of something and they don't have that. They don't have those women that they can call or those men that they can talk to that's on the same journey with them. And that's one of the things that you get being part of here. We absolutely love people in this company, and you get to actually call these folks like your friends, your family. Business may have brought you together, but love is what's going to keep us together. So thank you for that part of the testimony, Nikki, as well.
Absolutely. Okay, we have one other person who had his hand up, and I know he's got a great testimony. I just see a lot of the things that he drops in the chat. And so I want to give Nate Phil an opportunity to share his testimony. So Nate, go ahead.
Hello. How you doing, Lisa?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh man, I'm fired up, man. This ABC juice is another level. So I won't take too much time. I know there's a lot. Thank you for everybody's testimonies. Thank you for everybody's leadership. My testimony is a little different, but so I have a client, well, friend of 7 or 8 years, named Mr. King James, the man who bought 316 bottles and is actually going to buy 100 or more bottles of the cherry because he is sold on the cherry. He tasted the cherry last night for the first time. He said, "Man, apple is an afterthought now." He said, "Man, I'm ordering cherry from now on." He loves the cherry juice.
Me too.
He does. But he's had over 3 brain surgeries. He's had congestive heart failure, sugar diabetes. His whole life, probably 30 years of just in pain and turmoil and just not well at all. Sugar levels have not been balanced at all, out of whack, been on medicine, like 10 or 15 different medicines. But from taking this Alive juice, not making claims of anything, but just a testimony. I don't tell anybody to do this. So let's get this right. But he is drinking a bottle a day of juice. Not supposed to. It's only supposed to be, two teaspoons or 2 shots a day. But for him, his body is soaking this juice up, and he's so toxic from all the stuff and from all the years, his digestive tract, everything that he's been through, that he can do this, and his body is just soaking it up, and it is amazing. And it was 360. He was 380. He's down to 290. He's 6'8". I mean, he's a big dude, but I can't believe it. I never heard any story like this. And we told me to drink a bottle a day. I'm like, bro, that's not the recommended dosage. You're not supposed to do that. But for him, it's great for him. His body is absorbing it. He went to the doctors. His levels have not been normal in 30 years. And he showed me them to me. And he said, "I can't believe this, man." He wasn't a believer yet until he saw the numbers. I know he was losing weight, but he was like, "Man, I'm sold." So he loves the cherry juice. And now I got him on the sprays. He didn't believe in the sprays, but now the vision spray, he can see better at night. The lutein in it is helping him. He loves the B12 spray as well. He hasn't done the dreaming yet or the calm, but he's got all of them. But he absolutely loves the vision spray. So just had to
Wow.
tell everybody that.
Wow, that's amazing. And I was hoping you were going to talk about King James because I want you guys to know this. My husband and I, we own an integrative and functional medicine practice. So we're very, very knowledgeable and familiar with a lot of the ingredients that are in these products. The reason why first of all, you cannot overdose on this product. Okay, these are all natural ingredients. They come from the earth. It's not like a pill or something that's synthesized in a laboratory. So you can feel okay if you take more than 2 tablespoons. That is the recommended serving size to see the benefits of these products. But if you decide you want to take more, you don't have to be afraid that it's going to cause some type of problems. But you are right. When your body is in a state where it has not had good, healthy ingredients in it, it soaks it up, because truly food can be medicine when you eat the right kind of food, when you take the right kind of supplements, when you take the right kind of vitamins. And so when your body is deficient in those types of products, it soaks it up and it craves more. So that's why he's eager to drink a bottle of the juice. And that's why he's seeing the results that he's seeing. So that is
Yes.
all scientific in what's happening with him. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. But
Thank
thank you
you.
for sharing that. Just some corporate updates. Today is Thursday. You guys get to hear none other than Mr. Bass Grant himself. He's one of the best in presenting the Envision You opportunity. So you know that we have a session at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and 7 o'clock. So definitely don't miss it. Like Miss Angela said, work through the holidays. Don't take off. If you push through December, your January is going to be unforgettable. I'm so happy that Nikki and Angela are doing these calls, Cash for Christmas, right? Today they changed the time to 4 p.m., right, Angela? Right, Nikki? Eastern Standard Time. Normally it's 10 p.m. and 5 p.m., but it's 4 p.m. today. Please correct me and make sure and confirm that, Angela. That's right.
That's correct.
Okay. So
Yes, today.
I love this call because they really do focus a lot on FL2 on the call. So don't miss out on the opportunity to expose people, especially people who are really interested in trading and understanding trading and learning trading. Okay. Now, also today we have a real treat at hand. We have Mr. David Emanitier and Mr. Bryce Thompson, who are going to be having a sit-down discussion today on Zoom at 2024andbeyond.com. And that's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you that are in the Atlanta area, Mr. Emanitier is going to be here in Atlanta in December doing an event with Bryce, because Bryce is newly coming on board. He is an incredible leader in this industry, has a phenomenal story that you'll get to hear about, but he's going to be in Atlanta. And on the 17th, those of us that are in Atlanta, you can plug into a live event that they'll be doing, and they'll be putting out more information on that in the next coming days. So definitely plug into any of these amazing events that are happening. I know Angela also has an event in Houston today to get your piece of the Houston market. Do not miss out on all these incredible events. So lastly, did you know fact, right? This is around holiday. We talked about this yesterday and I gave you a number, but I did some research and it's even bigger than I thought. Holiday shopping sales are projected to hit $1 trillion in the US. Between 96 and 98 billion of those sales will be online. If you are not sharing your business, if you are not sharing your website and you are not sharing your link, you're missing out. Put some gift baskets together. You know, I've talked to Robert. He's going to be pushing out some graphics that we can share to sell our products via social media, via text marketing, via email marketing campaigns. I also pushed out a link yesterday. Set up some free accounts for text marketing. Text marketing moves people to action. A number 2 fact, get this. I couldn't believe this when I saw this. The average person is going to spend $1,100 this holiday season. $1,121 on gifts according to retail forecasts. Millennials living in places like Brooklyn, Austin, Portland are expected to spend more than most people, almost $500 more than most people if they're in a major metropolitan area. However, those forecasted numbers will vary, but just know that people are shopping this season, right? The average person is buying at least 14 presents this year. So take advantage of that. Let people know, what better way than to give somebody the gift of health, right? And so despite the predictions that booming online about the holiday season that took place in 2000 or in prior years, this year people are buying, and they're buying in person, right? So because they're back to buying in person, that means we need to get into the dens and living rooms. Yesterday, I took a person, I was sampling. You know, we know that you can sample, right? And when there's something called the universal law of reciprocity. And when you give somebody something, there's this energy and this feeling that they feel like they need to do something back to show gratitude, right? And so I gave a woman a sample of Crave because she said she wanted to lose weight, and I wanted her to try it and I wanted to bless her. But do you know that she turned around and said, well, what else do you have? She ended up buying 2 more sprays and a bottle of Alive juice just because I was willing to sample and give her something and be a blessing to her. So remember that with your business. And Angela already talked about our corporate event coming up. Can't miss it. Cannot miss it. I love that analogy that you gave, Angela, about the surge protector and plugging in, and how many people are going to feed off of you and your energy coming out of this Alive convention. That was such an amazing analogy. All right. I don't know about you guys. I'm just loving this promotion that they got on the table with the 3 bottles of juice, the 30 shots, the 9 sprays, and the FL2 course, because it really gives people an opportunity to sample every aspect of what we offer in this company. So give somebody the gift of health and wealth. All right. And last but certainly not least, we're doing our vision parties this Sunday. Some people are doing it independently. I'm doing it every Sunday in December. People are hosting events. I want you to ask yourself, are you back in the dens and living rooms? Are you back in the homes? Because in that environment, you can let people try the products. Our CEO, our mentor, he told us all we had to get back into the home. So challenge yourself to do these vision parties. I put a sample of this flyer in the text group last week. You can take my picture off, put your picture on, as you see Tamara did, and start doing your own vision parties. All right. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope today's call was super, super helpful. Hope you got an amazing shot of inspiration. Angela, thank you so, so much. Amazing, amazing inspiration. And thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nate, for all of those amazing testimonials. I know that, remember, facts tell, stories sell. So when you're talking to people about these products, you can tell the story of Tamara and how Calm really just absolutely helped her get over being afraid to drive, and the story of Nikki and FL2 and learning the skill of trade, and the story of, Nate's friend and peer that is drinking a bottle a day and having amazing results. So tell the story, but do not miss tomorrow's call. We have none other than our global visionary diamond, Mr. Gary McSwain himself, who's going to be on the call. He's got some amazing information to share with everybody. So I hope you will join us on Feel Good, Feel Alive Friday. All right. Well, that's it, everybody. Have an amazing day. All right. God bless. Love, win, victory. Last forever.
No